Hello everybody and welcome to your writer's warm-up from Playwright's Workshop Montreal and Jesse, Stong. Let's hope that this is working today. We had some technical problems last week, but we're back. I missed you. How are you? Patricia, Maddie, hello. Today we are doing some character work. We're back in business here. I wanted to know how you're doing with your 30 minutes a day challenge. Hi, Chris. Tell me the voice is working. I think the mic's working today. A little bit bad quality. Today we're going to do a character deep dive, and we're going to use the chakras as a guide for writing characters. I really believe in writing with the whole body. I think it's very important that we don't just write with here. Our characters don't exist in here. Our characters have to be full body, fully fleshed out things. And even that idea that we exist here is kind of a complicated philosophy. It's an idea. It's not necessarily true. We identify with our brain, with our frontal lobe. So in our mind, this is where we are. And when we write from here. But like, that's a new idea. You know, ancient Greeks thought that our mind was in our hearts, right? And ancient Egypt believed that our minds were in our bodies in the universe. So we're going to use some chakras as a guide. It's a little bit spiritual, but even if you don't believe in the spiritual elements of things, you can still believe that we hold certain things in certain parts of the body. And that by understanding how your character responds, it's an actor trick too, right? Like, where does your character carry their weight? Where does your character feel that thought, right? And so when you're writing, it's also important to engage those parts of the body and see what comes out of it. So it's going to be a two-part series. We're going to do 3 chakras today. We're going to do 3 chakras, maybe the 4th next week. So this is really good for a character development. You can either choose a character, one character. You can switch back and forth between characters. Or if you want, you can do this for yourself. Just like see what happens when you do writing from your own self. As long as your pen is moving, your pencil's moving, as long as you're writing every day, it doesn't matter what kind of writing you're doing, you're building that muscle. I wanted to say really quick, it was just Terry Fox Day on Monday. Terry Fox Foundation, please, please, please donate to the Terry Fox Foundation. I was watching videos of him and crying hysterically. 18 years old, this guy is battling cancer. Has his leg amputated, travels across Canada, running across Canada, 100 and something days. I might have gotten that number wrong, just to raise money for cancer awareness, okay? Like 18 years old. This is the most inspiring human being. So please give to the Terry Fox Foundation, even though Terry Fox Day is over. Flycam, he's extra cute today. Let's get to work. So what I'm going to do is I want you to get your pencil and pen ready. If this is your first time with me, I want to remind you, I really suggest you hand write and not type. When we type, we edit, we think, it's too final format, right? If you can physically write, you should physically write. And also I want to remind you, just write as fast as you can, blah, 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 unfinished sentences, leap from ideas. Especially today, we're diving into the unconscious, right? So I want you to really, there's no wrong answer. Do you like my shirt, by the way? It's my wedding shirt. It was my anniversary this week. And I wore this during my wedding, but now it fits me really nice. I think I lost some weight. So the chakra system. We're going to start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make you close your eyes for 30 seconds when I say go, and I'm going to tell you about one chakra. And I don't want you to think about what you're going to write. After 30 seconds, after meditating on that chakra, then you're going to write for 1 minute. Then I'm going to give you an extra thing to write about for 2 minutes. So we're going to go through 3 chakras, and it's going to start with a 30-second eyes closed meditation. And the purpose of this is just seeing what happens. You have to experiment. You have to be open as a writer. You have to try new things. You have to get out of your head. So the first thing I want you to do is just close your eyes. Just trust me on this one. We're going to start with the base chakra, Maladhara chakra. And I want you to close your eyes and picture just at the bottom of your spine, literally at the base. And it's called the root chakra as well, because it grows out like roots through your legs, through your feet, into the earth. So close your eyes, really picture that at the bottom, the base of your spine, this root chakra growing into the earth, connecting you like a tree to the ground. You can picture the deep, dark red color of the chakra spinning. You can even do the sound, which is like, it's like Om with an L. It's like Lom. Lom. That'll really activate it. Try that out loud if your neighbors aren't listening. Lom. Picture that root. And I just want to say a few things and then I'm going to tell you to write. You can write in your character or as yourself. But the root chakra is about your sense of security, your sense of safety, your connection to the earth. Don't think about what you're going to write. Just listen. Picture that. My character's sense of security. What makes them feel safe or unsafe? What makes them feel connected to the earth? What makes them feel grounded? What is home to them? What is their deepest core connection? I want you to write about it, anything for 1 minute. Write as the character, write about the character, whatever. Think the root. What's their roots? Any ideas? Ready, set, go. 1 minute. I'll go to Fly for you. He's my little root. My little root. 1 minute. What's at the core? What connects them to this earth? Any images, any emotions when you feel that part of the body? The root, the base, the earth element. 30 more seconds. Security, safety. What comes up? There's no wrong answer. Just write it down. $15 more seconds. What's their base? How do they feel? Are they centered in that bottom core, or does it feel very like, ah? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just for fun, I want you to stay in that core, stay in that low area. I want you to think about them. What makes them feel disconnected? What makes them feel unsafe? What plays with their security? What shakes up their core? Ready, set, go. Just see, there's no wrong answer. You're not stuck how you started. What does insecurity look like? Does this character ever feel that way? Maybe not. What disconnects them from this earth? Disconnection, dysregulation. Do 20 more seconds. You can write in lists even. You don't need to do full sentences. Just keep that pencil moving, no editing. It's not a story, it's a character development. What dysregulates them? What disconnects them from the earth? Good. If you're just joining us, we're writing through the chakras. So think of a character and we're going to move on to the second chakra. You can do the other one later. Or write as yourself. Just write. That's the whole point of this. So we're moving on to the next one. It's your sacral chakra. So it's kind of just above your junk. And the color for this one is orange, like the rising sun. And the element of it's Svitsvana is I think how it's pronounced. And the element of the sacral chakra, you can even put your hand there, like just like press in lower than your belly button. And the element here is water. It's our emotions. It's our emotional element. So I want you to close your eyes. I want you to picture that chakra right at your sacral area. I want you to picture just water spinning, emotions. It's like what stirs us. It's our passions. It's our lust. It's our... and the sound for that one is vum. If you want to really activate it, get that v sound and you can feel it. Put your hand there, vum, you know. And picture that rising sun, right? Like in the morning, our passion makes us do something. And so now I want you to write for 1 minute from that place. How does your character feel when they're in their sacral area? What stirs them? What water gets stirred? Emotion. Picture them swimming. Picture them dreaming. Picture them in this like unconscious emotional space and see what comes up for 1 minute. Their passion, their emotion, their waters, their moods. Just write about it. See what happens. Fly's dreaming in his water world right now. What stirs them up? What makes them feel? What pours out of them? How fluid, how flexible are they? There's no wrong answer. Let it surprise you. Picture orange. What rises? What's like a rising sun in them? What's bursting through? What's exploding out of them? And if not, maybe write about why don't they feel stirred up? Why do they feel like still water or stagnant water? 30 more seconds. Emotion, emotion, emotion. How does this character feel? Good. 10, 9. You can always write more later. So now I want a Leviathan. I think I pronounced that wrong, but there's a monster in the water. A monster shows up out of nowhere, out of their unconscious. Something monstrous arrives and it attacks them. Write about that for 1 minute. What is this water monster for them? See what happens. Surprise yourself. Maybe it's a memory. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's completely abstract. You have no clue what you're saying. But there's a monster in the water, in their emotions, in their core, in their sacral waters. What's that monster? Just trust your instincts. See what happens. My little monster here, fly. It's just 1 minute. Just see what happens. What's the monster in their deepest unconscious waters? The Leviathan. Thirty more seconds. There could be more than one monster. But there's usually one thing that's like the thing they're avoiding, the thing they must battle to like become clear. Describe it in imagery too. You don't have to be so literal. Maybe just describe what it looks like. 10 more seconds. Good. So we're moving up now to the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus is like the fire chakra is the element. Manipura. And Manipura is the sound for it. Well, close your eyes actually. Picture like a yellow fire. Picture burning. Picture like rising up. Picture action, energy, right? It's like an energy center. It's like the sun inside of you is now full in the middle of the day. It's the noon sun. It's the hottest sun. It's the fire. And the sound for that is rum. If you make that sound, you'll activate it. I'm telling you, try the sounds. It works. But rum, it's like a lion, right? And I want you to just think about that. What's their relationship to action, to fire, to energy? What drives them? Like we've moved out of the water of emotion and now we're conscious. And what